Coming up on News Live at 6, a landmark announcement from the president. We break down what being a workforce hub means for Syracuse.
They haven't given us a big solution to it yet.
Plus, the community's concerns ahead of the I-81 viaduct demolition. Hear from the groups trying to reassure residents.
And Block Party celebrates the end of the academic year. There will be performances from Lil Yachty, Tizo Touchdown, and more. News Live at 6 starts right now.
This is CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
We're just an hour away from gates opening at the Dome for Block Party. Welcome into News Live at 6. I'm Benjamin Schiller.
And I'm Katie Fongvongsa. Block Party actually just wrapped up, and our CitrusTV reporter Lizzie Gottlieb was there, and she's watching on the quad as they get ready for Block Party. Now, Lizzie, what activities are students able to do today?
Thanks, Ben and Katie. At Block Party, there were tons of activities for students, including inflatable obstacle courses, airbrush tattoos, psychic readings, and more. There were also lots of food trucks from local Syracuse restaurants like Exo Tacos and Toss and Fire Pizza. Of course, no celebration is complete without music, and Block Party had many performances, including Dwellers. Take a look at the band's performance.
This is my time, but I've been doing my dance. Looking back in my time when I wouldn't dance. Looking back to the times when I was holding your hand.
The celebration is not yet over. Block Party is starting soon here at the Dome with performances from Lil Yachty, Tizo Touchdown, ISO EXO, and Caribou. Tickets are still available for purchase for students, faculty, and staff. Back to you, Ben and Katie.
Thank you, Lizzie. New details now. More money is making its way to Syracuse for new technology. SU's Institute for Veterans and Military Families is receiving a $3.5 million grant from Google. This fund is a part of Google's $75 million investment to train the nation's service members in cybersecurity and AI intelligence. The World Economic Forum says only half of U.S. workers have access to AI training.
To do that, we're bringing employers, unions, community colleges, high schools together, and workforce hubs where folks can learn the skills hands-on.
You heard it there. Yesterday during his visit, President Biden announced Syracuse will be designated as a workforce hub. But what does it actually mean? Jackson Breslin is in studio to break it down. Jackson, good evening.
Good evening, Ben. In a day full of important takeaways from President Biden's speech here in Syracuse, one major announcement may have slipped under the radar to many. Yesterday, Biden designated upstate New York as one of 4 new workforce hubs, joining 5 hubs that were announced in May of 2023. This comes as part of the Biden administration's Investing in America agenda. That agenda aims to help students and workers advance their careers in industries supported by legislation like the Inflation Reduction Act, infrastructure law, and of course, the CHIPS and Science Act. These workforce hubs are not just for science and technology industries like the investments in Syracuse, though. President Biden explained how each new city was selected for a unique reason.
Today, I'm pleased to announce 4 new hub programs. One hub in Detroit and Lansing, Michigan. Folks will make electric cars. Another hub in Philadelphia. One in Milwaukee will train workers that will replace every poisonous lead pipe in America within the decade. And here in Syracuse, the new hub, we're going to train semiconductor workers.
Now, you may be wondering, what exactly is a workforce hub? In a speech at the National Governors Association last year, First Lady Jill Biden outlined the plan and how it can help foster growth.
And in these cities, the Biden-Harris administration is partnering with, all of you, local officials, employers, unions, community colleges, high schools, and other partners to ensure that we have a skilled workforce that can meet the demand for labor-created investments.
For upstate New York, this means the Departments of Commerce, Education, and Labor will help meet the training needs for the semiconductor industry, as well as provide additional investments in the region. As President Biden said in his speech yesterday, this is a big deal. Reporting in studio, I'm Jackson Breslin. Katie and Ben, for one final time, back to you.
Thank you, Jackson. Well, yesterday, Syracuse Congressman Brandon Williams did not attend President Biden's event here in Syracuse.
Instead, Williams went to a high school in Oneida County for a town hall meeting. Our political reporter Luke Radel was there last night and joins us now. Luke, good evening.
Hey there, Ben and Katie. I'm pretty sure I deserve a free sub after attending all 6 town halls of our Congressman Brandon Williams in Syracuse, but instead, I saw him engage and sometimes combat with constituents.
Syracuse Congressman Brandon Williams is returning to the town hall circuit after nearly a year away. His event at VVS High School came just hours after President Biden visited his district and called him out for criticizing the law that eventually brought Micron to central New York.
Your Congressman Brandon Williams called it corporate welfare. Bless me, Father.
The congressman responds.
I think most people would understand that this kind of subsidy for very profitable companies is something that should be done very selectively, unless it's in our district. So I always tell people that I'm here to loot and pillage 434 other congressional districts for the benefit of New York 22.
The room was sparsely attended, and most there disagreed with the congressman on a wide variety of issues. Some signaled their dissent by holding up red cards silently, while others were more vocal in their disruption, including these protesters who disagree with the congressman on Israel.
Putting babies and I would love to have a map out and see if they could point out Gaza and Palestine and Israel on a map. I'm just being honest.
Reporting from a tense town hall in Vernon, New York, Luke Radel, Citrus TV News.
Thank you, Luke. And if you're looking to get outdoors this weekend, you can join SU's Orange Dash. Student Association Mock Trial and the Help Project organized a 5K run and a 3K walk. This fundraiser will raise money for hunger and homelessness in central New York. The event begins at noon tomorrow on the Einhorn Family Walk, and you can participate with any donation for over $1. Donations over $20 will receive a t-shirt.
Earth Week is coming to an end, but SUNY ESF is hosting a final celebration. You can catch the end of its quad stock event until 8 tonight. There are over 40 vendors and several food trucks on the ESF quad. A 21 and over patio is also open to students, staff, and faculty tomorrow. The school will be cleaning up nearby parks and planting trees as the send-off. And you know, it's been a gorgeous day in Syracuse the last couple days. You know, as I like to say, it's a bad day to be a cloud.
I know, Ben. Well, those trees kind of sounded really fun to clean up because the weather's been really warm, but our CitrusTV weather anchor, Moira Vaughan, is in studio. And Moira, I heard something about a water slide. Can you tell me more about that?
Katie, you'd be absolutely correct. As I was walking to Citrus earlier today, I saw a water slide. And you know what? I don't blame Syracuse University students. 60 degrees out. I like to say this is like a beach. I'm on a beach right now. There's country music, even though we're in the middle of central New York. Definitely not on the beach. That's my mindset today. As it is 60 degrees, no precipitation, and it's feeling like 60. We're finally seeing that sunshine and just happy vibes. Looking ahead to later tonight, it's going to be 52 degrees, clear skies, and 5-mile-per-hour winds. But that is just the best, most ideal night you could ask for, in my opinion. We're not seeing any of that rain, any of that snow, just clear skies, which I don't think we've seen in quite a long time. Looking across the region, we're seeing pretty uniform temperatures. Penn Yan 59, Ithaca 58, Cortland 58, Syracuse 60. I love reporting warm temperatures. It just makes me so happy. What a great way to end Friday news. But that is all from me for right now. Katie and Ben, back to you guys.
Thank you, Moira. Well, I kind of wish I was on a beach too, but the city of Syracuse has announced a plan to deconstruct the I-81 viaduct into a new community grid. Our reporter Anjana Dasam explains the complicated history of the original construction, including racial segregation and displacement.
The I-81 viaduct has served as a concrete barrier that ripped through working-class Black neighborhoods for years. Many who live nearby will have to relocate during the deconstruction, and one concern residents have is the increase in pollution the project will bring. Communities like McKinney Manor and Pioneer Homes in the 15th Ward are most affected as they are near the highway. Sabrina Smalls has been a resident of McKinney Manor for 25 years, and she hopes to see more answers from the city on how they plan to protect her community.
They haven't given us a big solution to it yet. So that's one answer that we are waiting for. How are you going to protect us? A lot of people, you know, they call us the poor neighborhood, but Just a little inside joke, we call it the gated community. That's what we call it, where we live at. We try not to let people put our neighborhood down.
While Smalls is still waiting on that answer, issues concerning displacement continue to instill fear in residents. As you can see behind me, I'm standing by I-81, and the residents that live in these neighborhoods behind there will be asked to move out of their homes during the deconstruction process. I talked with Sarah Walton, who works for the city, and her job is to ensure that residents have the opportunity to come back and establish replacement units.
There's a lot of opportunities for jobs, a lot of opportunities for stronger educational pipelines, and I think when we give people a more stable place to call home and more connections around the city, I think that's more possible.
Smalls is also a neighborhood navigator for Blueprint 15, which is a coalition working to transform the 15th Ward. They believe the I-81 project will provide better opportunities for residents and hopes to see more people on board.
Trying to tell us that, you know, this is not gonna happen, they're gonna move you all out and you're gonna be homeless. That's not true. That's not true. We have HUD agreement on everybody that moves out will have the opportunity to move back in. We're asking all the naysayers, come to a meeting before you start naysaying.
Many questions still remain on how the city will deal with the negative implications of the project, but Walton is optimistic for the long-term outcomes.
I'd like to believe that, you know, we're all working toward a better, stronger, more resilient community, and the way to do that, I do think, is to take bold steps toward change.
The I-81 project will be one of the biggest redevelopments the city of Syracuse has seen since its original construction. Reporting in Syracuse, I'm Anjana Desam, Citrus TV News.
Sticking with transportation news, the Onondaga Lake Parkway reopened about an hour after an accident on the main bridge earlier today. A truck collided with the bridge this morning and got stuck underneath. Police were forced to close both sides of the road. It's nothing new to Central New Yorkers. This is the second time the bridge was hit this year. The driver in that case was ticketed 25 times. Last March, the bridge was hit 3 times in 12 days. It's been hit at least 8 times every year since 2020.
And coming up on News Live at 6, honoring Passover, Jewish Voices for Peace, taking a moment to reflect.
And protests on college campuses continue. The latest from Cornell's encampment after the break.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready?
Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
Okay.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
You're watching Citrus TV News live at 6 with Benjamin Schiller, Katie Fongvongsa, and Moira Vaughan. Now, your campus news leader continues.
A local Jewish organization is celebrating the 5th day of Passover. Tonight, Citrus TV reporter Leah Cohn is speaking with members on how they are joining together for liberation of all people. Leah, good evening.
Thanks, guys. I'm outside Onondaga County Park with Jewish Voices for Peace. Now, they're hosting the 4th night of Passover tonight, a Passover Shabbat since it's Friday. They've discussed with me how not only they are celebrating Jewish people that have escaped Egypt and slavery, but also liberation for all. I spoke with professor at SU and Jewish Voices for Peace member Marian Shevin Shalom, and she told us how tonight they are also discussing the Israel-Hamas war.
Obviously, there's a lot of turmoil now about, Israel-Palestine, what's happening in Gaza, and Jewish Voice for Peace, which I am a member, and this is who is sponsoring this event, is working very hard for a ceasefire and to end the occupation and for justice in Palestine.
Jewish Voices for Peace has continued to advocate for a ceasefire and advocating for freedom of Palestine. They continue holding events, but also advocating for Jewish people in the Syracuse community. Back to you guys.
Professors began organizing teach-ins at a protest encampment today at Cornell University. The teach-ins focus on 19th and 20th century Palestinian history. Students started protesting yesterday, calling for Cornell to demand an immediate ceasefire in Gaza and divest from Israel.
At 8 last night, the group's reservation for the art squad expired, and a university official told them they could be arrested. So far, no administrators have approached demonstrators, and police presence is described as minimal.
Tomorrow, the Cicero community will honor a woman who passed away from ALS. The hockey tournament will be played at the Mid-State Athletic Community Center in memory of Debbie Gazzara.
The Liverpool woman passed away 2 years ago from ALS, a neurodegenerative disease that shuts down the body's nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord. Money raised will go to the Hospice of Central New York.
Coming up on News Live at 6,
And to
will this
trade
beachy
down,
mindset
but
I
not-
have be sticking with me with the temperatures within the next few days? You'll have to wait and see. Stay with us.
Women are bad with money.
It's what the world's been saying for centuries.
But now, we've got something to say. Save it. Save the old-fashioned advice, the empty excuses. It's all worthless, unlike us.
To our fellow females, it is time to save ourselves by saving our money.
Contributing to our futures. Investing in our independence. Until we're no longer 80%
more likely than men to live in poverty in retirement.
So again, we say to that, save it. The falsehoods, the feelings of fault.
Then the funds.
Learn how to save for your retirement at wesaysaveit.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
From the CitrusTV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. Now, I think I got everyone's hopes up a little bit talking about this beach weather, this beach temperatures, because we're going to be losing a little bit of that sunshine looking ahead to the next couple of days, but those temperatures will still be pretty high up there. Saturday, 61 degrees with some light rain, but it's only right that we end out April with some rain. Sunday, 78 degrees with some scattered storms, so that humidity is not going to be ideal for my hair, but it's okay. I'll deal with it. Because Monday, look at that 80 degrees. That is an 8. Oh my gosh, I'm emotional. Monday, partly sunny skies, but I can't believe we're even seeing 80 degrees. That is the high, so it won't be like that all day. But hey, 80 degrees is 80 degrees, so I know I'm happy. Tuesday, we're back to those scattered showers, 76 degrees, and then Wednesday, 71 degrees, partly sunny skies. That's not the only 5-day forecast I have. I also have a little bit of a forecast for the future of Ben and Katie, and the temperatures all sunny, all bright. Their futures are so bright because they are two incredibly talented anchors. I look up to them so much, and they create such a fun environment for Live at 6, and you guys are just going to do incredible things. I do like how I put Katie's face on Monday for the name Ben, and then Katie has Ben's face on it, but we'll ignore that for now because they are just two incredible people that create such an amazing environment. Thank you so much to you two for everything you've done. For the last time, I'll say Ben and Katie, throwing it back to you guys.
Moira, thank you a lot. A program that as much as 42% of people in Syracuse rely on for internet is set to expire in just a few days. The Affordable Connectivity Program provides discounts to low-income families to help get them connected, but it will expire at the end of April if Congress does not give it any more funds.
Vincent Schiappone, the City of Syracuse's Smart City Manager, says many would lose vital access if the program goes away.
In Syracuse, the lack of reliable internet access disproportionately impacts low-income families. That program is a lifeline, more or less, for many people to access the services that a lot of us utilize on a daily basis, and it's critical that this is renewed.
The city says they are actively working to expand SearchLink, the city's affordable internet program. Right now, it's only offered in 3 neighborhoods. And Ryan, what do you got for us coming up in sports?
Well, Katie, as we speak right now, Syracuse women's lacrosse is playing in the ACC tournament semifinals. I'll tell you the score right after the break.
They took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. Dad! You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
And now, your CitrusTV Sports Report.
Syracuse women's lacrosse is playing in the semifinals of the ACC tournament right now. Welcome into sports. I'm Ryan Bridges. SU is leading 12-1 in the second quarter against Virginia. It's been an absolute bloodbath from the very start. Virginia has barely had the ball, plus 10 on draw controls. If you're SU, Emma Tyrell, as you see on the screen, 5 points. She's one of 4 SU scorers that has multiple goals. Syracuse will likely play in the ACC final because of this large score line against the winner of Boston College and Notre Dame on Sunday. That other semifinal is happening later today. Follow Rahil Jaswal on Twitter for all live updates throughout. All right, now so switching over to the NFL draft last night, Buffalo Bills fans waited all night for their team's 28th overall pick. After trading star wide receiver Stephon Diggs this offseason, Bills fans were hoping to select another wideout to fill the position. Instead, Buffalo decided to trade down, but not with any team, with the Kansas City Chiefs, the team that's ended their season 3 of the last 4 years. Now, let's just say Bills Mafia wasn't too happy about it.
What is that? The Chiefs?
Oh, and by the way, the Chiefs drafted wide receiver Xavier Worthy with the pick. And Worthy isn't just any prospect. He ran the fastest 40-yard dash in NFL Combine history at just 4.21 seconds. Talk about insult to injury. Good news, though, for Bills fans. They have the first pick of the second round of the draft, which starts tonight at 8. And finally, in the NBA playoffs, the Knicks fell to the Sixers 125-114 last night. Philly gets the much-needed win with their backs against the wall, down 2-0 in the series. New York, though, certainly was not happy with Joel Embiid throughout the entire night, not just because he scored 50 points, but because this play happened in the first quarter of the game. It was not pretty. Embiid went up or he fell down, I should say. Mitchell Robinson of the Knicks tries to go for a layup, and Embiid tries to pull down his legs. The Knicks certainly were not happy about it after this play. They got into it with Embiid. They were talking to him a lot. It was not pretty. The Knicks, though, Mitchell Robinson, he did hurt this ankle that he injured. He did injure this same ankle that Embiid grabbed in this game. So Mitchell Robinson not really too happy about it. The Knicks not really too happy about it. And Robinson ended up missing the entire rest of the game. No word yet on if Embiid will be suspended for Game 4, which is Sunday at 1 o'clock. And that's all I've got for sports, guys.
Yeah, Ryan. Well, who do you have for this series, Knicks or Sixers?
I think the Knicks still win. I mean, it's going to be close, but I think this will kind of embolden the Knicks, and I think they'll be able to carry that momentum and win the series because they won the first 2, right?
I think the Sixers with Joel Embiid is a different team. I think the series goes to 7. But, leave it there in sports. Ryan Bridges, thank you a lot. Coming after the break, more of Vaughan with your wake-up weather forecast.
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
Thank you, baby.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Welcome back to News Live at 6. What a great way to end out my weather semester with that sunshine icon. 52 degrees tomorrow when you wake up. We will be seeing those clouds and a little bit of rain, but we're going to start out with that sun. What a fun weekend with this, one of the last academic years of the school. Just starting with some sun, it is a great way.
I know. I've really been looking forward to seeing the sun. It just feels like winter every day, Moira. But, it's been a nice last show as we're graduating, and we've had so much fun with you on weather and then you on sports, Ryan. It's just like a really good memory that I'll have in the future.
Yeah, we appreciate this team a lot. Ryan, Ian, and Andrew on sports, you guys are great every week. And Moira, you're great too on weather. So it's a great team to be a part of, especially on Fridays.
Yeah, it's a fun way to start out the weekend just by being here with this great environment. We have so much fun here. I love telling jokes with you guys. It's been great.
Yes, so fun. Well, Ryan, do you have any favorite memories from being here on Fridays?
Being here on Fridays? No, I just think the vibes are always so high. The weather is usually decent at, towards the end of the week, and then, we go get to celebrate on the weekend, so.
What about you guys? Any favorite memories?
Just so many memories with Ben here.
So many to count.
I think we've all had a great time, especially us. But really quickly, I want to thank Oscar Offerman, Lindsay Fine, Josh Myers, Dylan Brendel, Brandon Myers, the news directors and the executive producers that have made me think the journalists I've been here at Citrus TV.
Yeah, I want to say thank you to our whole team making everything happen, and for having Ben and I here on Fridays. We just appreciate it so much, and especially in our last semester here.
You guys have the real world after this.
I know.
My goodness.
I know. Well, that's it for us, and that's it for Citrus TV News Live at 6 for this Friday.
And don't forget, you can follow us on X and Instagram at Citrus TV News. Now for the entire Citrus TV News team for the last time, I'm Katie Fongvongsa.
For the final time as well, I'm Benjamin Schiller. Have a great day, Syracuse.